We need the Bonaparte. Thank you, Sentinel X War. Sounds like an anime.
After 500 days campaigning in Egypt and Syria, Napoleon has returned to France.
Okay, so there we go. He's back from Egypt.
And with a small entourage, he travels north to Paris.
He kind of just abandoned all his bros in Egypt.
Everywhere he goes, he is greeted by crowds, embraced by dignitaries.
I have not been in a Stockholm Museum, no.
Conquering hero. But such celebrations cannot hide that France is a country in crisis and despair. Banditry is so rife that Napoleon's own luggage is stolen en route. Prices are soaring. So too are taxes. Trade has been decimated by years of war and blockade.
Like June Windrose?
Censorship and corruption. Abroad, France once more faces a powerful coalition of enemies. And though General Massena's brilliant victory at Zurich has won respite, France is not safe yet. But in Bonaparte, many see a
He
savior
totally
for
told
the
him to
country.
paint a nice stick. Come on.
Thanks to his own propaganda, everyone has heard of his brilliant victories in Italy and Egypt.
Does this remind you a little tiny bit of someone? His own propaganda, savior.
His name is celebrated in newspapers and plays. The air rings with cries of, "Hurrah for Bonaparte! He will save the country!"
This guy actually had talent though.
Not everyone is thrilled by the general's return. At the very top of French government, some wonder if Bonaparte should not be court-martialed for abandoning his army in Egypt, and now flouting France's quarantine laws. However, Napoleon does now have a letter from the Directory ordering his return to France, though he acted before receiving it. There's also concern that a move against such a hugely popular general could easily backfire. For his part, Napoleon regards the government with contempt, a sentiment he's happy to share in private. Over breakfast, he tells General Thibault, "These men are bringing France down to the level of their own blundering. They are degrading her." Well, what can
now it's getting
generals
serious, man.
expect from this government of lawyers? To Napoleon, it's self-evident that he would do a better job, given all his glorious achievements in Italy and Egypt. Since 1795, France has been ruled by the Directory, a five-man executive whose members hold power for 5 years. In 1799, its members are Paul Barras, Napoleon's first patron, infamously corrupt and dissolute, but a shrewd political operator. He has been a permanent member of the Directory since its formation. Emmanuel Joseph Seyss, a former priest who wrote the revolution's most famous political pamphlet, now regarded as the leading political thinker in France. Then, 3 staunch Republicans, appointed to the Directory just 4 months ago, under outside pressure. Louis Goyer, a veteran Jacobin, and former minister in the National...
I don't know what a Jacobin is. A Jacobin is... I'm guessing... I have no idea, bro. What is a Jacobin? Jacobino, yeah, what is that? They were radicals in the French Revolution, like Hassan. Oh, they're very radical, like kill all aristocrats. Okay. Okay.
Convention.
Extremist.
Jean-François Moulin, a Jacobin general who had commanded in the bloody war in the Vendée.
Why are they called Jacobins? What's
And
the relation
Pierre
to
Roger
Jacob?
Boucaud,
What is the? Where's this coming
more
from?
moderate
This
figure,
name.
and ally of Sayes.
Mamdani.
The other major element of government, the legislature, is comprised of the Council of 500, who draft laws, and the Council of Elders, who approve them. Members of both councils dress in
Jacob ate the rich in the Bible? Huh.
extravagant costumes, inspired by their great model, to which they refer constantly,
Rome.
the ancient Republic
Everybody
of
wanted to
Rome.
be Rome, huh?
This government, the Directory in particular, is now widely regarded as corrupt, ineffective, and unfit to survive. And powerful men on the inside will play a leading role in its destruction.
I could watch this all day, man. These videos are so good. I returned to France for a fortunate moment when the existing government was so bad it couldn't continue. Do you guys know his... I always have a random question. What is the latest military coup in Europe's and North America's history? After World War II? Nothing, right? You guys probably know. You guys always know everything. Romania? When is that? Romania had a militaristic coup? They tried one in Brazil in 2023. Turkey was a bit more like fake shit, right? Turkey was a bit fakey. Portugal, okay, I don't know anything about that shit. Greece in 67. The latest successful military coup in Europe and America, it was in Bolivia in 2019. Huh. Okay.
His return to Paris,
Portugal,
Napoleon takes up
1974.
residence in the home of the Beauharnais family on Rue
Prigozhin
de la
and Moscow
Victoire,
also kind of a little
which
bit.
has been renamed in his own honor. Given the unsettled political climate, he faces an uncertain and potentially dangerous few months in the capital. One man he can count on as a valuable guide, his younger brother, Lucien. He serves in the Council of 500 as the deputy for Corsica.
Romania was
and
1989.
has recently been elected its president. As such, he will be a key player in the weeks ahead.
Turkey 1980 was successful.
But first comes a stormy reunion with his wife, Josephine,
Oh shit.
which quickly gives way to a passionate...
That's French people. You cheated on me! Oh, fuck you! Oh, come on! Oh, la la! That's French. They are feisty, man. We Germans don't understand that. Germans are like, hello, wife. Did you pay all the bills? Did you talk to our insurance maker? Okay, nice.
Both have been guilty of infidelities, but Napoleon is clearly still in love, and his earlier talk of divorce is quietly forgotten. Henceforth, Josephine will prove a faithful wife, and through her social connections,
Hello, wife.
an
How is your
important
boyfriend doing?
Political ally.
How small Paris used to
is
be, huh?
awash with talk of plots and conspiracy.
Just yesterday, I had a historical walk around my city, and it's we modern humans don't even understand sometimes the scale. How small cities used to be, man. So small. Yesterday they talked about how big Leipzig, my home city, was when Napoleon was here. It was so small. It takes like 20 minutes. You through it, man.
Rumors of threats from the left, ex-Jacobins, who oversaw the bloody days of the Terror. And from the
Check
right,
this in free. What is this? With videos like this, I always wonder, though, how much do we know this? How much do we know this to be real? Roman era. Okay, dude, how cool is YouTube nowadays? How can any teacher still keep up with this? YouTube is so amazing. You have just all this content. It's like not that big, right? But for back then, that is big. Looks like one of the, when you build like a city in these video games. Frankish era. 1,000 years, man, just like that. Oh, and now it's exploding, bro. Oh, a second wall. Old wall has been destroyed. They already made Notre Dame? Oh, how old is Notre Dame, Alter? The problem is by the end of the video, it's just black people asking you to buy selfie sticks. It's a joke, Twitch app, man. We're just having fun. It's a joke. You played Anno? I don't like Anno. Oh, shit. Bro went to the next age. What a fucking sick video, bro. Napoleon is almost in 100 years. Damn. Such a good video, bro. But how real is this? Huh? But it helps. Damn. The river is getting thinner and thinner. Right? Now Napoleon is coming in a second. Yeah. But not... For a modern human like us, right? Not that impressive. If you look at modern cities, it's such another... Oh, wow. No way they built a big wall like that. That must have cost so much. Hausmann. I wonder what's gonna happen in 1940. Industrialization. Compare that to, like, modern Paris, huh? Jeez. Cool fucking video. When was the Eiffel Tower made? In the 30s? Nah. What? Oh, Eiffel Tower already stands. Oh. What? Oh, holy shit, huh? Like fucking ants. Damn. Damn, cool video, bro. It was the Hausmann renovation style. Keep sending me videos, guys. Fucking hell. London now? Oh, no, I'm cool. That was sick, man.
Royalists who want to turn back the clock.
Nowadays, Paris is a shithole, though. I disagree. It's always this internet thing that London and Paris are so bad. They're fucking not. Obviously, in the middle at the Eiffel Tower, it is really bad. It is very bad. But, man, Paris is still great for food, culture, sightseeing. It's fucking bullshit when people talk like this. There's still... It's not as bad as people think, man.
Seek
No.
third option. Soon after his arrival in Paris, Napoleon receives a visit from France's ex-foreign minister, Maurice de Talleyrand. Talleyrand, a keen observer of which way the political wind was blowing, had resigned from the government in July.
But this is where I'm gonna suck the right-wing dick in chat. When you meet the Eiffel Tower, the great Eiffel Tower, it's hell on earth. Nothing against these black people. No racism, nothing. But you cannot even walk past the Eiffel Tower and just enjoy it. They come every 2 seconds. You want to buy this? Want to buy? Want to buy? Let me just watch the fucking Eiffel Tower, man. I'm sorry, man. I love him. All the best. But my God, just fucking let me walk in this park, please.
Having worked with Napoleon in planning the Egyptian expedition, he now proposes they collaborate on another plan to replace the government of France. Napoleon.
So much ambition, man, dude. I'm like exhausted after 10 hours of streaming, which is also already good, but this guy never ran out of ambition. Always keep going.
Disgusted by the current regime, immediately welcomes the idea. Talleyrand then reveals that a member of the Directory itself is working to bring down the regime. Sayus.
And the stress, you have to fight this guy and that guy. Oh, they're gonna assassinate me, my wife is cheating. There's a war coming. Holy shit, bro. There's some human beings, like, I even respect Trump for this. Look at what Trump went through the last 8 years. What a stressful life, but some human beings just thrive in this shit. They love that stuff. They love it, dude.
The country's leading political thinker has decided that the Directory must be cast aside and that France must have a new constitution, which he intends to write. He plans to sweep away the chaotic, unruly legislature and its weak, ineffectual executive. To save the Republic, radical reforms are needed, and an entirely new form of government.
Oh, now now it's getting deep, man.
Sayes already has the support of another director, Roger Ducos, and the president of the Council of Elders, Louis-Nicolas Lemercier. He even has the support of the president of the Council of 500, Lucien Bonaparte. Minister of Police, Joseph Fouché, who has eyes and ears across Paris,
That's some
is
Game of
also
Thrones shit,
aware
bro.
of their conspiracy, but has agreed not to intervene. Now, Sayes seeks a sword, as he puts it, a military figurehead to keep the army on side and be wielded at the decisive moment, and then sheathed afterwards. But such a man is
Napoleon will save Europe
to
today.
find.
What? Some people in chat, bro. This always reminds me, this is just entertainment, man. I can never be friends with some of you guys, man. No.
Sayes' first choice had been General Joubert, Napoleon's talented subordinate at Rivoli. But he'd been killed earlier that year, shot dead at the Battle of Norvy in northern Italy. General MacDonald is sounded out, but is too much the honest Republican for such skullduggery. General
Napoleon saved
Moreau,
your stream.
who has led the Army of the Rhine with great success, declines the role. In a moment he will later regret. He recommends Bonaparte. There's your man.
If you look at the history of authoritarians taking over, it's very complex. A lot of luck has to be involved, a lot of randomness, Hitler, everything, right? These people, it was a long process that needed a lot of the right things to fall in place, man.
He will make a better job of your coup d'etat than I could. Sayes does
What's up,
not
Rogue?
like Napoleon. His ambition is too obvious. It is Talleyrand who persuades Sayes that they have found their sword. On the 23rd of October, Napoleon and Sayes meet for the first time. They agree that the Republic is in grave peril. From
Don't read chat
enemies
anyone. Chat
within
is in complete
and
disarray right now.
without,
It's like the French Revolution in
and
there.
that the Directory
A lot of
cannot
high
meet
IQ
the
individuals are coming
challenge.
home right now.
Within a week, they agree to launch a coup to overthrow the government of France.
The pear is ripe, mon amour. Alors?
The conspirators plan their coup for the 7th of November, 16th Brumaire, according to France's revolutionary calendar, the month of fog. It's a risky operation that will take 2 days, during which any number of things could go wrong. Many of the plotters take precautions. Sayes carries a briefcase stuffed with cash for a quick getaway. Fouché, the Minister of Police, has drafted orders for Napoleon's arrest in case he needs to switch side.
Bro, if HBO will ever make a legit deep Napoleon show, fuck. The war season's over, so now we have a season of Game of Thrones intrigue and stuff. This is real life cinema. This really happened, man. This is not even like fiction. And it's straight up cinema.
Napoleon sleeps with 2 loaded pistols by his bed.
Damn.
At the last
Who would you cast nowadays as Napoleon? For some reason, I feel a bit of Adam Driver. I feel Adam Driver a little bit there.
minute, there's
I
a
don't know.
48-hour postponement.
DiCaprio?
So instead,
The Rock
that
Johnson,
night,
Adam Sandler.
Bonaparte dines at General Bernadotte's apartment
The
on
Rock.
the Rue de Cisalpine.
Pedro Pascal.
They are joined by Generals Moreau
Will
and
Smith.
Jourdan. He wants the support of these influential
Wesley
generals
Snipes.
for his coup. Moreau agrees to help. Jourdan promises not to interfere. But Bernadotte is outraged.
Timothy Chalamet,
Warns
that's... Timothy Chalamet is a great pick.
Napoleon
True.
that he'll be guillotined. We'll see, says Napoleon.
So much drama, bro. Heath Ledger, oh wait. Come on, bro. Today is the day to clear the rubbish dump. To clear the rubbish dump.
The 9th of November, Paris.
They had a different calendar.
In the crisp hours before dawn, Napoleon meets around 60 officers that he's invited to his house.
One sec, I have these random things I'm interested in. There's probably a picture. Well, maybe this is when he was emperor? Hoi, 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 hoi. 15 key places to visit. So fun when you can visit this stuff. He lived in many different places. Yeah.
Informs them that he's decided he must act to save the Republic and asks for their support.
Probably lawyers in that house now.
They affirm their loyalty with oaths of allegiance. The most important man to convince is General Lefebvre, the no-nonsense military commander of Paris. But Napoleon knows his man. He presents Lefebvre with the sword he wore at the Battle of the Pyramids as a mark of his great esteem, and the general is won over. Let's go throw those bloody lawyers in the river.
Yo, bro, you want to check out my sword, bro? Yeah, bro. Sick sword, bro. You want to join me, bro? Yeah, bro.
The Council of Elders meets in an unscheduled early session at the Tuileries Palace. Only Sayes's allies have been invited.
I haven't seen a Joaquin Phoenix movie, no, and I probably never will.
Quickly passed two measures. First, Napoleon is to be given immediate command of the Paris military district, using the pretext of a non-existent Jacobin plot. Second, tomorrow the legislature will move from its usual meeting place in the center of Paris to the Château de Saint-Cloud, 5 miles west outside the city. This, the plotters tell the council, is for their own safety. The Paris mob is famed for its unpredictable and violent political interventions. The move is, of course, to protect the conspirators themselves from such an event. At 10 a.m., Napoleon arrives at the Tuileries. He speaks to the Council of Elders, reassures them that the trusted generals Lefebvre and Berthier are by his side, and concludes, "We want a republic founded upon true liberty, on civil liberty, on national representation. We will have it. I swear it." Meanwhile, that morning at the Luxembourg
Imagine the
Palace,
stress of that.
where the 5 directors...
But again, I always like to study humans. I'm interested in human beings. And I think people like this guy, they're just born for this. He might have been nervous and stuff, but I think it's not like he's sweating his pants. I think people like this, they're born for this shit, man.
reside.
They thrive in this chaos.
Sayes and Roger Ducos announced their resignation and urged Barras, Goyer and Moulin to follow suit.
It's historically actually not accurate that Napoleon was small. Back then, they were all small, and his 163 was super normal back then. He was never really a small guy, I think. Or not like a dwarf, like people like to paint him. Thank you, First Goatmaster.
Barras decides to take a long bath and will not be disturbed. Perhaps he is mulling his options.
It was British
or
propaganda.
waiting for an offer. When it comes, it is from Talleyrand, the man who perhaps understands him best. With the help of an enormous bribe and the reassurance that he will keep all his estates, Barras agrees to resign.
It's good to be a politician, huh? It's often
France's
good.
longest-serving director and once
Bro is getting out with a shit ton of money.
quietly leaves the stage. He is driven to his country house that evening under military escort. Goyer and Moulin are not so easily persuaded, and so they are placed under house arrest by General Moreau.
Just making a deal, bro.
Their objections are futile. With the resignation of 3 directors, the executive is constitutionally defunct. The conspirators have what they want, a power vacuum, to which they will propose a solution the next day at Chateau de Saint-Cloud. It will be a day on which the future of France hinges. That evening, as Napoleon rides through the Place de la Concorde, where so many had died under the guillotine, he turns to his secretary. "Tomorrow," he says, "either we will sleep at the Luxembourg, or we'll end up here."
Citizens representatives, the circumstances in which you find yourselves are not ordinary. You are on a volcano. Tu n'as pas les cartes.
Napoleon rises at 4 a.m. and rides to Saint-Cloud.
What this guy has already been through in his life.
There he meets Murat, newly promoted to General of Division, whose 6,000 troops surround the chateau.
Yeah, imagine this in HBO. It's like 4 a.m. and the actor is writing. Dude, you gotta make an HBO show out of this, bro.
Officially, they're there to guard the council members.
It's like a movie, yeah.
But as deputies arrive for the day's session, the heavy military presence...
This scene is actually in a movie? Oh, they did it in the Joaquin Phoenix stuff? I have never seen this movie, but you guys always show me clips. It seems like they're just teleporting around, quickly getting stuff done. Let's watch the rest first, so we don't get spoiled right now. Oh, it's okay, whatever. It's complete garbage and bad. I hear that a lot, yeah.
Director! I believe the time...
Wait, I don't want to get spoiled.
...is impossible to miss. There are long delays. Benches have to be found for the chambers. Council members have time to mingle and discuss the many swirling rumours. This time, the Jacobin deputies are present, and they're not happy at being excluded from the previous day's meeting. When the councils finally begin their sessions at 1 p.m, the mood is raucous. The sudden resignation of the directors, the presence of so many troops, the claims of a Jacobin plot. There is...
I think if you're intelligent in that moment, you just shut the fuck up. Something is going on, they all resigned, there's a lot of units here. Just kiss the fucking ring of Napoleon. Don't be stupid. Don't play the hero, I feel like. You're not gonna get out well.
The plotters had hoped for a quick vote to establish a new provisional government. But the presidents of both councils struggle to take charge. Hours pass. Napoleon loses patience. At 4 p.m, he bursts into the Council of Elders. As he begins to speak, he is heckled and derided. Napoleon is thrown off balance. He rambles, mutters, then hesitates. When a deputy interrupts, "What of the Constitution?" Napoleon flings back, "The Constitution? You yourselves annihilated it." There is uproar. Napoleon continues, demanding action from the council. Anyone who speaks against him, he strongly implies, has been paid by the British. To any such deputy, he warns, "May the lightning of war crush him instantaneously. Remember that I walk accompanied by the god of war and by the god of fortune."
Sounds so Trumpy.
These ill-chosen words seemed...
You guys are all just paid by the left cuckish British Propaganda. I am the war god. I am the god of war. Everybody knows it.
To confirm the Assembly's very worst suspicions. By some accounts, Napoleon has to be dragged from the chamber by his staff, shouting, "You are scoundrels! I will have you shot if you don't obey me!" Napoleon is shaken, but not defeated. Within minutes, he storms down the corridor into the Council of 500, where the
2 hours or so
president,
for you.
his brother, has lost all semblance of control. The mood here is of even...
Every single video, Napoleon is in so much trouble. You're like, there's no way he's getting out of this. He always gets out of it until later.
greater defiance. The deputies have spent the morning swearing oaths of loyalty to the Constitution. And when Napoleon arrives, flanked by grenadiers, he receives a torrent of abuse. "Down with the tyrant," they cry. "Outlaw! Caesar! Cromwell!" These the names of famous generals turned tyrant. As the crowd presses in, he is grabbed, jostled, even punched. Lefebvre and his grenadiers rush in to extricate Napoleon from the scuffle. They haul him clear and drag him into the courtyard outside.
So fucking cool. Since they've made you an outlaw, make them outlaws yourself.
Napoleon is rattled and bloodied. He seems unsure
Did you add a fucking line of blood to his picture?
what to do.
Huh?
His old comrade, General HOI4, now a council member, comes out to see him. "You're in deep water now," HOI4 tells him. Napoleon regains
Now you can
his
watch the movie
composure.
clip? Really? Now I can watch it? Don't fuck with me, man. Now I can? Wait a bit more? What is it, you fucking morons?
It was worse at Arcalay. Nevertheless, the coup totters on the brink of disaster. If the council declares Napoleon an outlaw, it could mean a fiery
Funny how every moment could change everything. If one thing would be
Squad.
different, right?
or a swift trip to the guillotine.
I never seen the movie, but I hear bad things.
But the riotous disorder has played into his hands. He is the military commander of Paris. When he hears Jacobin deputies are keeping his brother Lucien in the chamber against his will, grenadiers are sent to bring him out. Napoleon attempts to rally troops for a decisive intervention.
Uh-oh.
News of his manhandling by the deputies outrages his old comrades. They are raring to go. But the Legislative Guard, the 400 troops charged with protecting the council, are not convinced.
Uh-oh. What a moment that must have been in real life.
It is Lucien who seizes the moment. He mounts a horse and announces, "Citizens, soldiers, the great majority of the council is at this moment being terrorized by a handful of deputies armed with daggers. These brigands are doubtless in English pay. I declare to you that these madmen have made themselves outlaws by their assaults upon the liberty of this council." Then he draws a sword and points it at Napoleon's chest.
Can I get a cinema in the chat,
that I
bro?
will stab my own brother to the heart if he ever makes an assault on the liberty of Frenchmen.
Makes you want to know how much of this is romanticized.
The doubters are won over. A signal is given.
Jesus Christ.
With bayonets fixed,
With all the respect, Ridley Scott, that is very easy to turn into an amazing movie. How can you fuck that up?
troops flood into the Council of 500, with General Murat at their head.
You will see.
Citizens, you are dissolved, he shouts. And then to his men, get this damn rabble out of here.
Thank you, Spiky, my dude.
The deputies scatter.
This got us English.
By some accounts,
he's very,
they
very
jump
old.
out of windows, leaving their robes and hats strewn across the gardens. Certainly, the conspirators had hoped to avoid the use of troops. But it had always been a backup plan, one that turned out to be desperately needed. Later that evening, a few deputies are rounded up to form a rump council of 500. Joined by the similarly cowed Council of Elders, they approve the measures that are suggested to them. The dissolution of the Directory. The adjournment of both councils for 4 months, though they will never meet again. And the appointment of 3 provisional consuls, a term borrowed from the Roman Republic. Emmanuel Joseph Sayes, Pierre Roger Ducos, and General Napoleon Bonaparte. 3 years, 8 months since he took command of the army of Italy. Napoleon has risen to the summit of political power in France.
How good are these videos, bro?
3 men in charge of drafting a new constitution for the Republic. But through his brilliance, energy, and immense popularity, he will soon overshadow his 2 colleagues. Only one man will emerge to rule France. The first consul,
ARD. Oh, ARD.
Napoleon Bonaparte. And what better way to cement his hold on power than a new military campaign and a return to Italy.
Cue the Avengers soundtrack. Ba-ba-ba.
Do you want to see our newest?
God damn.